What's up, guys? I have time to shoot a short clip, and I want to apologize I haven't been uploading more. I've just been super busy out in the store. I've kind of been neglecting to upload, but my heart is just setting up that store, and I know that you guys will appreciate the updates when they come. So, as you can see, I'm doing a water change in the tank behind me, and it's all over the place, detritus, and that tank is doing excellent. I threw some duckweed in there. You can see it floating right there. I'm gonna hope that helps the nitrates. I can maybe cut down the water change schedule, and a lot of people are saying, oh, you have duckweed? Yes, I use duckweed in a lot of my tanks, and I know it's kind of a stupid plant that a lot of people hate, but it consumes so much nitrates that it's just a lifesaver when it comes to like South American and like American cichlids. A lot of people don't think of that because they're like, well, I want as much surface agitation as possible. Dude, the nitrates it's a huge deal to kill them, and the plants do that, and the plants, duckweed is tough as nails, and the cichlids will commonly eat it, but it just rejuvenates so fast. And some people will say, well, it cross-contaminates to your tanks. It's not that hard to get rid of. You can net it all out. I don't have any issues. Actually, I should go out and say I use giant duckweed. Regular duckweed is a lot worse. Giant duckweed is larger, so it's easier to work with. Anyways, I'm on a side ramble. Today's video is on tiger barbs and the reasons why I don't keep barbs in general. And this isn't a hate video by any means, but this is to warn people that if you're looking at getting tiger barbs in general, or just tinfoil barbs, any kind of barb, you have to know that they are pretty much insane. And when I say that, I mean they're like they are a community tropical fish that you can keep in community tanks. But that being said, they usually grow pretty large, and it's their personality that just conflicts with everything else in my style of tanks. I usually there's two routes I go. There's calm cichlids like South Americans, like fire mouse, and that, and then there's the like predator style tanks I go with. It's either one or the other. And a tiger barb is like, I have tiger barbs right now, and I've had tinfoil barbs, I've had all kinds of barbs, and they're just like insane. It's like that obnoxious kid at the party when you go to the family events, and that kid is like all over the place, and you're like, excuse me, Aunt Julie, your kid is on the table, standing, throwing glass at the floor. But they're not like predators to where they're going to kill other things. They'll just like harass them to where they'll chase them, harass them. And I used to keep a lot of tiger barbs with my piranhas, and they did great together because tiger barbs, they don't, a fish like piranhas will sense when a fish is like insecure and startled, and tiger barbs never have that. So they did well with the piranhas, and the piranhas just like, these fish are hanging out with us, and in a school, we all do fine. Let's flip the cam and take a look at my barbs. And I don't want to say that tiger barbs are bad, because in the right circumstance, they can be super cool. Like in Corey from Aquarium Co-op's video, in his 800-gallon tank, he has hundreds and hundreds of tiger barbs. And in that scenario, like, that is so awesome because they have so much personality, but it gives them the room to grow. But if you have anything below like a 55-gallon tank, I wouldn't suggest getting barbs at all. It's hot in here, guys. It's getting really cold outside, and hence the hat. I wear a hat a lot of times because I'm skinny and I get cold easily. What else let's take a look at these barbs. I have a couple different types of barbs in this tank, and this is just kind of like my oddball community tanks. There's a bunch of silver dollars in here. There's a lot of tetras. There's a lot of, the weird thing is I have jewel cichlids in here, and I sometimes worry about them because they can be a little aggressive. But I think fish like the tiger barbs kind of keep them in check because they're just non-stop moving, and that's just what they do. You can also see there's another barb there. And I also have some smaller keyhole cichlids. This is one of my favorite tanks, is just keeping like oddball fish together that maybe people would say, hey, you shouldn't do that. But it has worked great for years upon years, and There's a little pump there. Sometimes I'll throw that in there to help the detritus when I'm doing a deep cleaning. But yeah, these are tiger barbs, guys. So yeah, as you can see, the barbs, you can just tell in their personality right away that they're just crazy, and they're fun fish. But I would advise, if you're looking at getting them, to have a big enough tank and to have a school of them, because that's when they're really going to excel together. I'm going to have some updates coming on the shop very soon. I don't know why this played. Wow, I'm just running with this. Anyways, in the shop, I'm building that rack, and it's going excellent. I've been running the PVC behind the rack, and I'm super excited. If anybody locally has any 20-gallon tanks for sale, I think I'm gonna need like, I did a count. I did a little shorter than Corey's rack. It's gonna be like 30 some 20-gallon tanks, but I'm super ecstatic. And I'm gonna be doing some welding out there. There's a lot to come. I can't decide if I wanna epoxy the floor yet. But yeah, this video, tiger barbs. Let me know your opinion on keeping tiger barbs, or if you have other barbs that are crazy, send me videos. I'd be interested to see like how big of a barb we can get on video, because I've seen at fish stores how massively huge these things get. So without further ado, you can see the piranhas freaking out up there. The weird thing about piranhas is they jolt, and it's like crazy, and like a lot of times they will, like silver dollars and pacus, they will jolt and then like hit their face on the side of the tank, and then it'll have to heal. It's a weird phenomenon. But I'm gonna wrap this up. Tiger barb aquarium care setup, warning, rant. I don't know what you call this. I'm just going on a whim here, guys. I wasn't even gonna do a video. I just thought it would be cool. I get a lot of questions about tiger barbs, and I think it's not fair to just say tiger barbs, because barbs in general, like there's so many different barbs now that it's crazy. So, ooh.